This review is all about the Leatherman Crunch, the unique handheld vice grip. Welcome back to the GearsNTool channel, where we do do-it-yourself projects and product reviews just like this one. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button below and click the bell icon so you're the first to know when I release new videos. Today we are reviewing the Leatherman Crunch, and this is a multi-tool that's been around since about 1999 or so, I believe. I couldn't actually find the exact date online, but it's been around a while, but it's a very unique one. There's been some competitors that have tried to make something similar. I know SOG and Gerber both had kind of a power vice grip type multi-tool, but none of them are still in production. This is the only one that I'm aware of as far as vice grip multi-tools go that are still in production. So very unique tool, and this is actually a viewer requested video, guys. And I encourage you, if there's a knife or multi-tool or an EDC carry type item that you're interested in seeing a product review for, let me know in the comments below. I love doing viewer requested videos because I know it's something that you guys want. And oftentimes I find out about new and exciting products that I would have never considered without your input. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and unbox this multi-tool. And then we're going to go look at the size and weight, the outside tools, the vice grip pliers, the inside tools it offers, and finally we'll kind of look at the takeaway price and where this tool fits in the whole multi-tool, spectrum of things, and if it's the right tool for you. So opening this thing up, we're gonna have to cut some tape with our Leatherman Wave. And then it just slides out, kind of similar to some of their other packages. So get rid of that, and there she is. So a nice compact looking multi-tool, guys. Pretty simple outside design, no fancy, texturing, grip work, G10 scales or anything like that. And then you have a leather case that comes with the Leatherman Crunch. And that's okay with me because it has the snap button. My primary requirement for a case, or sheaves I should say, is that there's a belt loop and a snap button. I hate sheaves that have Velcro. I find that they get gunked up with things. They just don't feel as secure to me as a snap button sheath. So I like that this has a kind of more traditional leather style sheath. And that's it for the box. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this multi-tool before we get into the details. Very clean looking tool. I'm really liking this so far. It's really light in hand too. It doesn't feel very heavy. The size and weight of this multi-tool is relatively compact. We have a length of 4.25 inches, a thickness of 0.525 inches, and a width of 1.2 inches at the widest point here where the plier head sticks out from the body just a little bit. One quick note on the length of this tool, Leatherman has it listed at 4 inches flat, which that's really just the frame length. When you include this screw knob, it is just under 4.25 inches long. So this multi-tool doesn't have a lot to offer in terms of outside tools, but it does have one feature I want to show you real quick before we move to the pliers. So the thumb screw just pulls right out. And if you look in the bottom of this tool, it has a 3/4 inch drive hole for putting in a standard drill bit, like this one. Pull that right out, and it slips right in. So this isn't going to be something I use personally very often, but I have found these 1/4 inch bit drivers be handy at times if you're working in confined spaces. Something like this drill may not fit underneath shelving or in a enclosed area, where a smaller tool like this for quick jobs can work great. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the vice grip pliers that this Crunch has to offer that make it so unique. Firstly, I just kind of want to point out the way this thing opens up is a bit different than like the Wave, which opens up just kind of like a butterfly knife. This particular multi-tool, it's kind of a little bit more of an assembly process. Not that hard, but I do want to point out that there's been some criticism online that you can't assemble this multi-tool with the thumb screw screwed all the way in, which you kind of need to do to make it fit into its sheath correctly. And that's not actually accurate. You can assemble this without having this unscrewed at all. So how that works is you just first separate the tool like that, and then you kind of push on this lever here, just pull the pliers or vice grip heads out, And then what I do is I just close the vice grips with my fingers, and then you can rotate the second part of the handle, and you'll see here it has a receiver that just clicks right on. And like you just saw, I did it without unscrewing this. So this is in the kind of tightest position. So to unscrew it just a little bit, you can kind of get into its more neutral position where it'll lock kind of on itself there. So there you have it. There's the Leatherman Crunch fully assembled. Not too hard. It's a little tricky the first time you do it, but it's once you kind of get the mechanism figured out, it's not bad at all. I will warn you, when you're assembling these pliers, again, this second handle here, this front handle just pops right off when you need it to, but since these pliers are spring-loaded, it doesn't naturally want to fall off, so don't worry about that. But one caution is when you close it, I do find you have to kind of squeeze pretty hard, and it's easy to kind of get some bite on your finger. Like I already did it to myself, you can kind of see there. You can kind of get the meat of your hand in between here, and then when it snaps shut, like I said, it's a little stiff, especially when it's new, but when it snaps shut, it really snaps, and it can bite you pretty good. So just be careful of that. I already gave myself a little finger bite, no big deal, but something to be aware of with this particular multi-tool. So again, I'm going to screw this in all the way. We're going to show you how to open it without unscrewing it. Again, we'll just pull the vice grips out, close it manually with your fingers, and then clicks right in. So that's a pretty clever design. I have to hand it to Leatherman on that for this intended purpose where you have a spring-loaded vice grip. The assembly mechanism is really clever. I mean, look how much bigger this tool is, fully assembled. It's just, you know, fills up my whole hand basically. So they really did a good job creating a vice grip tool in a really small, compact package that you can easily pocket, put in the side of your tool bag, something like that. So let's take a closer look at these vice grips. So in the nook here, we have the hard wire cutters, the standard wire cutters, the standard kind of pliers. So if you can kind of see in there, they got some pretty nice aggressive teeth on it. And then in the very tip here, see if I can get a better shot for you. It's kind of tricky on my camera here. Very tip here, you have what's called a pin vise. And this is great for holding really small, delicate things. So maybe you're doing some soldering work, your maintenance work or something like that. You could take something like, this is actually the screwdriver bit of a Leatherman Wave. And there, just like that. And this is really the value of the Crunch, is I don't need to use my hands to hold small things as I work on them, or maybe I'm painting something or coating something in oil, something like that. I can just snap them here in the vice grips, and it's got a real solid grip on that. It's not going to slip out. It's not really designed to crush things like a bench vise or something like that, but if you just need a firm grasp on something while you're working on it, you maybe you're doing a little tack welding, maybe you're greasing it up so it's slippery, maybe you're painting it, whatever it may be, that's where these vice grips come in super handy. All right, now that we've seen the vice grips, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside tools this multi-tool offers. So just opening it up, it's nice that there's no plier head or anything in the way of the inside tools. You have easy access to them. 420 HC steel knife, and again, it's only 2.2 inches long, which is really kind of short, guys, but it is a straight edge knife, and normally I like my primary knife on a multi-tool to be a fully plain edge, no serrations, but on a knife that's only 2.2 inches long, I think Leatherman did the right thing putting a fully serrated edge knife on here. It's going to make it a lot easier to cut through things like rope, cardboard, tough plastic, stuff like that. Having a shorter knife, you really need the serrations to help bite in quickly so you don't waste a bunch of knife length. Okay, so I went ahead and fanned out the inside tools to save us a little bit of time. One minor criticism right off the bat here is the finger nicks on the different tools are on different sides of the inside tools, and it's not real strategic. I mean, like this side has a finger nick on the file and a medium screwdriver, and this side has a finger nick on the small screwdriver, which is kind of between the two. So I'm not really sure what the means behind the madness on that was, but a little goofy on the finger nicks. It kind of feels like they just recycled pre-designed tools off some of the other Leatherman, such as the rebar or the wingman or something like that. So a little goofy, but whatever. Let's go ahead and look at the actual tools. I'm not super enthused by this file. It's a little bit short, which I understand for this tool. They had to make some room for the plier heads and stuff up here. So all the tools are a little bit shorter here, including a knife, as we saw earlier. But the kind of a short file. And additionally, one side is a single crosscut, the other is, you know, dual crosscut. And there's no diamond coating. I think on a tool that's this expensive, a diamond coating on one side of the file would have been really nice, especially for a tool like this where I kind of see it being used in the maintenance industry a lot, where you're going to probably be running into metal from time to time. So a diamond file would have been nice. You have a lanyard loop, which is a nice touch. If you don't need it, tucks in out of the way. It's relatively thin, doesn't really take a tool slot or anything. You have the small screwdriver, which is a pretty sturdy small screwdriver. Comes down to a nice sharp tip. No complaints there. I'm starting to become a fan of these solid shaft Phillips head screwdrivers on these multi-tools, because on the ones that have the removable bits, it's really easy to lose your bit. Like you see in this Wave, there's no bit in there right now. So I actually kind of like these solid Phillips head screwdrivers because you can't lose them. They're stuck to the tool. And then finally you have the kind of medium head screwdriver, great for prying open paint cans and stuff like that. So overall, I think the inside tools on the Crunch are okay. These are the only ones you get in addition to that knife that's on the same side. The other side of the handle does not have any inside tools because it has to have room for the thumb screw to operate the mechanism correctly. So relatively limited on the inside tools. If you're gonna buy this multi-tool, you really need to be buying it because you want those vice grips. Final category, which is price. And this is where things get a little dicey for me on the Leatherman Crunch. I think it's a cool tool. It's a really cool tool. As far as cool factor and uniqueness, A+ in my book. I think the fit and finish on it is top notch, just like you always come to expect with Leatherman. It feels nice in the hand. It feels solid. I think the execution of this tool is great. But for $109, I just think it's too much money. I think you lose too much as far as the inside tool capability. You don't have any tools on this handle because of the thumb screw that, you know, has to be in this tool because of what it is. You could pick something up like the Leatherman Wave for less money, get the outside accessible tools, have the diamond coating on the things like the file, and maybe pick up a smaller vice grip, throw it in your toolbox, or if you use it frequently, your bag or pocket for $10 or $15. So I really like this tool, guys. I'm just hesitant to recommend it because of how expensive it is. If you're a collector or something and you want to have, you know, some of the more unique tools that Leatherman offers, I'd say go for it. I think most people, if they need a specialized tool such as this, they're going to keep it in their toolbox. And then they'll keep their Leatherman Wave or Surge or something like that for their everyday carry item. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video today. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button below. And remember, this was a viewer requested video. So if you have a multi-tool, knife, or EDC product that you're interested in learning more about, comment below. So again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you're the first to know when I release new videos, and see you in another video. Cheers.